Joy is 34-year-old lady. One early morning, she was preparing for work. As she was dressing up, she noticed a lump in her left breast. She was worried. What could this be? Could this be a cancer? Initially, she was very shy to discuss it to anyone. How can she be telling somebody she has cancer on her breast? How can she talk about this matter? She was very shy. She never knew what to do. She was very, very devastated, obviously devastated. But as time went by, she made up her mind. Keeping it secret will not help matters because it would cost her her life. She mustered up courage and went to hospital and disclosed the matter to a doctor. After proper test, it was identified to be cancer. Then effort was started. They started making effort immediately. Like Joy, a lot of people every year are diagnosed of cancer. But cancer is not a death sentence. That somebody has cancer doesn't mean that the person will die from it. We have cancer survivors every year. And it doesn't mean that a woman who has a breast cancer will lose her breast. It doesn't mean that. But what can make a difference? What are the strategies that you are going to embark on once cancer is identified, is suspected? And what are you going to do so that you will not likely have cancer? Watch this video to the end. That is why this video is prepared. This topic, this issue is properly explained in this video. And in doing so, subscribe to this channel because we have many videos on health and fitness. My name is Kenny Paradise. I specialize in health and fitness. What can make you to be enjoying life when you are healthy and strong and prevent some debilitating illness that can change somebody's shape automatically. As you are watching the video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because there are going to be another video, a follow-up to this one, so that I will continue to give updates on what is required to remain healthy. Let us now jump into the discussion. Yes, this discussion, breast cancer, keys to survival. The strategies that can enable one to survive breast cancer. The first one, the first key to survive cancer is to prevent cancer. Yes, you can prevent cancer. It's not everybody has cancer. There are some cultures, some tribes, some regions of the world where cancer is low. And there are some countries, some regions where cancer is high. What makes the difference? That is why we talk about how to prevent cancer. The first way you can prevent cancer is by what you eat, diet. It is estimated that 1 out of every 3 cancer is caused by dietary factors. The kind of food you eat can influence whether you have cancer or not. It is scientifically confirmed. That is indisputable. There are foods, diets that are cancer promoters, and there are diets that have anti-cancer properties. Diets that boost your immune system, that create an enabling environment so that the immune system will succeed in fighting against cancer. Even if one is disposed of cancer, one has a life history of cancer in his family. People in his family have had cancer. Then there are some diets the person will change to. Your body will be fighting against cancer. You stand the chance of defeating cancer because your body system, immune system, chemical environment, your hormonal system will make the environment of your body unfavorable for the cancer to thrive. In that case, you are not the same thing with somebody who eats foods that promote cancer. What are they? Those foods that can promote cancer, they are processed food that are highly processed. Processed food are cancer promoters. They are not the same thing as organic, natural foods that are not processed. So in making your food choices, cut down on processed food. if you want to be a friend of your body, if you want your body to serve you, if you want to enjoy life, cut down on processed food. I will not tell you say avoid processed food entirely because it might sound being too strict, but cut down on highly processed food. That can make a difference. Then again, also eat more of foods that are anti-cancer. Those foods that are anti-cancer are vegetables and fruits, especially those rich in vitamin A, those rich in vitamin C, and those rich in vitamin E. Those three vitamins in synergy, they have anti-cancer properties. They will make your body unfavorable. The environment will make it difficult for the cancer to thrive. They should be part of your regular food regimen. They contain so many chemicals, so many enzymes, amino acids that help your body to boost its immune system because your immune system is a first line of defense against cancer. So when you fit it in your part of in your life, your food regimen, what you eat regularly from time to time, those things should be there because your food is your medicine. Your food is your best defense against any disease available. You are what you eat. So that is the first defense against cancer is to prevent cancer. Now, let us now move to the second defense. If you want, you can take note of these things we are saying. But I will advise you to watch the video to the end first. If you want to take note, you can now watch the video again, then you take note. Then the second key to survive cancer is early detection. Early detection remains the most important step in altering the cause of breast cancer. Because most diseases, especially cancer, when caught early, can be easier to handle than knowing about it when the cancer has developed and maybe metastasis has occurred. Metastasis is a situation where cancer has spread from one place to other parts of the body. It becomes difficult to handle. But if it was diagnosed early, when it was still one place, like that experience at Joy I mentioned, she discovered a lump. That time she discovered the lump, the thing was painless. It was not paining how, but it was a lump. She did not ignore it. She took steps, and then the matter was handled. So the first defense you have is early detection, and that is by breast self-examination. You have to examine your breast regularly each month. As a woman, you must be looking for if there is anything suspicious, if there is anything that is somehow that is awkward in the appearance and the feel. You have to feel your breast, have to check, look for the appearance. Is there anything different in the shape, in the feeling of the breast? Once you have such understanding, take effort immediately. Don't postpone it. Don't be shy. Go and meet somebody, a doctor, who can now check you properly to see if um, it is carcinogenic, and then effort to be made in arresting the situation. And again, it is also recommended that a physician will do an annual breast examination on a woman, especially when a woman is above 40 years, that a doctor could do annual examination of the breast to see if there's any sign of breast cancer. Then another way to examine cancer is mammograph. We have a method called mammography. This mammography is use of X-ray. There is a particular machine, X-ray machine, that is designed to check cancer. So that machine will be used to examine the woman to see if she has cancer. But then, anytime there have been some discrepancies at times, there was a situation where a woman, where a lump was suspected, and the woman went for mammograph. Then this machine read negative, saying that it was not cancer. If this thing happens to you, don't stop there. Go further. Get a second opinion. Now, do what they call biopsy. Biopsy is a situation where a tissue a sample of that particular tissue will be removed and then examined in the laboratory to see if it is carcinogenic. And that is the best defense, because when a tumor is carcinogenic, it is the tumor that can cause cancer. But if the tumor is benign, not carcinogenic, not malignant, then it is ordinary tumor. It does not have cancer cell. That one is separate to handle as tumor. That is why whenever there's a situation like this, biopsy is part of the test they normally do to make sure it is cancer, and it will be treated accordingly. So once cancer is identified, the next step is treatment. How would the cancer be treated? There are three methods they use in treating cancer. One is surgery, radiation, and drug therapy. But make sure that the person handling your case of cancer or that of your loved one is a specialist in cancer. A cancer specialist is called oncologist. Oncologist is the cancer specialist. There has been cases in some countries, especially in low-resource countries, where a doctor who is a general, who specializes in general practice, who is not even a specialist in cancer, will be telling a patient, "Is it cancer? No problem, I know it." Even a pharmacist, "I know cancer, I can treat it, I can handle it. Don't worry, I know the medicine, I know the drug, I can give you medicine for cancer." Cancer is not a common cold. It's not even a cancer treatment, but a battle with cancer. It's a real battle. So a person who is skilled, specialized, experienced, oncologist, precisely, is the one adequately qualified to handle cancer. In that case, you can make a difference. You should not allow somebody to toy with you, to use you as an experiment, or your loved one to learn work. He doesn't know it, he wants to try. That is not cancer. It's not even like good in any other sickness, not even cancer. I'm not to talk of cancer that is very, very challenging, even to an oncologist. That is why we talk about keys to survival of cancer. When properly handled, detected early, and professionally handled, cancer can be defeated. You can win the battle against cancer. So now, let us now look at those things they do in treatment. The first treatment they normally use to handle cancer is surgery. Yes. For many years, the surgeons have been using this method to treat cancer. And what they normally do is to remove the woman's entire breast that is affected. If it is the left breast, it will be removed. If it is the right breast, it is removed through a method called mastectomy. But in recent times, doctors have been using breast conserving methods. It's still surgery, but they will remove the cancer cell and the breast of the woman remains. Because when you remove a woman's breast, even one or the two of them, it is disfiguring. It is frightening to many women. It is frightening. But now they use these breast conserving methods. But then there are things that can challenge a doctor in breast conserving method. For example, if the cancer has spread to many locations in the same breast, the cancer cell is almost everywhere in that same breast, or the size of the tumor is so big in the breast that how can they remove the cancer alone? That is why we talk about early detection of cancer. But there are some strategies the doctor can combine in handling that case. Not only surgery, she has to combine other methods in addition to surgery that will make a difference in recording success in that very case. Also, it is also on note, it has been observed by many doctors around the world that patients who received no blood transfusion during surgery survive more than patients that received blood transfusion. It is also important observation made by many doctors around the world. Then another observation doctors have observed is the timing of the surgery. The timing of the surgery in relation to a woman's menstrual cycle. So the doctor has to know the woman's last time the woman has her menstrual cycle because there is a hormone in human body called estrogen. the anything the doctor has to do have to be about 12 days after the last menstrual cycle, when the estrogen on the body of a woman has come down to a lower level. So the timing of the surgery is also important. Many doctors make sure that the time they embark on surgery should be in such a time when the estrogen has come to very low level. So that is it is very very important to make sure that woman will survive cancer. Then the next method the doctors normally use radiation waves, radiation waves called to kill the cancer cells. It's kind of like it's a machine that produces waves of radiation like X-ray, but this one they call it radiation. So those cells in the breast of the woman, the radiation will kill the cells without using surgery or other methods. And they use this method in combination with other methods. When the doctor has embarked on surgery, like breast conserving method, and then he suspects that some cancer cells might have escaped surgery and be lingering in the breast there, then the doctor will use radiation. That ray from the radiation will permeate the surface of the woman's breast, killing cancer cells inside in the blood, inside the cells, then conserving the breast will not be removed. So they use this radiation in combination with surgery. That is double modalities, two approaches. In every case, multimodality is often more effective than single modality. Combining two methods simultaneously in one patient in the same treatment is often more effective than using one method. So in that particular case, the breast will be conserved and the remaining cancer cells will be eliminated. But at the same time, when a doctor is embarking on radiation, he or she must be careful because the rays from the radiation, if it touches the opposite breast that is not affected, very soon that breast of a metal called lead, they use it to cover the opposite breast while in doing radiation on the affected breast. So that the ray will not touch that opposite breast, so that the other one will not have cancer after you treat this one complete. So that the woman will go home happy and not be having problem after the treatment. Then the next strategy the doctors normally use after the radiation is drug therapy. Use of drugs if it's normally called chemotherapy. There are many drugs that are designed to treat cancer. So a doctor who is skilled, as I told you, oncologist knows those drugs. I know them, but I will not be mentioning them here because the cancer is not what you can do on self-medication. Another, am I encouraging self-medication? Everything like this, a doctor has to do it. But I'm giving you information as a guide so that if you or your loved one have the disease, then when you're properly informed, you know how you can complement effort of your healthcare and make proper decision in saving your life. So drug therapy can be used to um, kill cancer cells. There are many drugs for that. So the doctor has to use it simultaneously. And why it is good to be handled is because cancer has stages. We have stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 of the cancer. So the stage of the cancer, we tell the doctor the particular drug and how the drug will be used so as to be effective in killing the cancer cells. So in this kind of drug therapy, we also have the one we call hormonal therapy, where we use hormones, special kind of hormones, to kill cancer cells. All these methods we complement other methods we have enumerated, which can be handled in synergy, and that will make the difference in saving the life of the woman. So that is why we say cancer, breast cancer, key to survival. There are many things, strategies that must be followed if a woman or your loved one will survive breast cancer. Breast cancer is not a death sentence. Many do survive it and live normal lives as if they did not have cancer before. But it must be handled correctly and before you can record success. And then again, we also have what you call follow-up care. After the woman has been treated and discharged from hospital, then there must be a follow-up care. that must be maintained. There must be a close-up surveillance between the patient and the doctor. Those breasts have to be checked regularly, monthly and annually, so that if there is a relapse, maybe after treatment the cancer comes back, a relapse, it will be detected on time. The relapse will be noticed on time, and then adequate care will be provided to save the life of the woman. Cancer is not a death sentence. It can be defeated. So the treatment has been, the battle has been won by many patients around the world. So that is why a woman doesn't know have to panic or be afraid of such condition, because as the increase in knowledge due to science and technology and the other things has made it easy for a woman to survive cancer. So if you are getting value from this video, subscribe to this channel. As I said earlier, there are many videos. I have many videos. And this very one, there's going to be a follow-up video to this, because they are going to, like a woman, not every time that the cancer will produce lump. A woman will have cancer, but there's no lump in her breast. What are the ways to detect it? So there are many. I'm going to drop another follow-up video that can also give more information on this issue of cancer. The goal it remains the same: to win the battle against cancer, so that the woman who has cancer will survive it, and a woman that doesn't have cancer will not have it. So it's very important you watch this video and stick to my channel for regular updates, so that I can be healthy and healthy enjoying life.